Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Monday, May the 23rd. Happy Victoria Day to any of my Canadian subscribers out there. It's a beautiful long weekend here. Well, not so much beautiful. It's kind of cloudy, it's kind of rainy, and it's kind of cool out there, but the energy is feeling fresh. So I'm curious to see what kind of a message needs to come through for the collective today. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. Not every reading is going to be for you, so please take with you only the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. This reading is also not sign specific, guys, but I will call out any zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading. All right, let's jump in. We're going to start off by using the Divine Energy Oracle messages. We're going to get a few cards from that deck, and then we're going to go a little bit deeper with another new deck that I got, the Goddess Rising. And then we're going to pull in with some cards and see what other energies need to come through. Get ready for a major wake-up call. And whatever this wake-up call entails, I think it's about tapping into your spiritual gifts and maybe mastering them and strengthening them. So a wake-up call, an awakening of some sort, a spiritual awakening. But let's see what else needs to come through, guys. I know this daily is a little bit late with the kids being home for the long weekend. It's kind of been a little bit challenging to get some content up, especially after camping for the weekend. So we have Be True to Yourself, Imagine Solutions, and Reflect on Your Truth. I think it's time to begin to explore who you really are behind all of the masks, all of the facades, and who everybody's been telling you who to be. So I think it's time to begin to explore and to make a plan, especially when it comes to maybe exploring your spiritual gifts. And you're going to want to nurture yourself. But I feel with all of this retrograde energy, this Gemini energy, it's kind of time to go after your dreams. And it's time to live your soul, not a role that has been assigned to you. So where are you needing to reflect on your truth? What is true for you? How can you be more authentic and be true to yourself? Because I think if you've got some issues, if you've got some challenges you've been facing, you can always imagine a solution to the problem. And I think when you go into some imaginative energy, that's when you can begin to explore other options. And that's when you can really start to make a plan moving forward from that authentic truth. So let's read into the book on Reflect on Your Truth, because somebody here, I feel, has been wearing a mask and maybe not being true to themselves or what it is that they really want. So in order to know what's true for you, you kind of got to reflect on that. So I think it's time to go deep within. Whatever's been going on, I think the worst is over. I do think the worst is over. And whatever you were fearing, I think it's time to put the past behind you. So I feel like recently the other shoe has kind of dropped in a negative situation. And you're still standing, aren't you? So I kind of feel somebody here has been obviously living way out of alignment, especially when it comes to your most authentic self. So your soul will never, ever allow you to ignore that true inner spirit that you hold. So somebody here is being asked to go into a period of deep personal reflection. Deep soul searching is going to be required in the energies, because it is suggesting that somebody needs to proclaim what it is that they stand for. But you got to kind of know what it is that you stand for, and you can't keep dancing around any truths that have been recently exposed. So maybe ask yourself, what is it that I truly believe in? Do you share these values on a daily basis? Or do your thoughts dominate your emotions is kind of another question. So what is your soul's mission? Why do you think that is your soul's mission? Because somebody here is being invited to stop feeding the illusions and to step into service. And that's going to require some very harsh truths when it comes to your principles, your morals, your values. And it's going to require you to come from a place of courage along with integrity. So where do you need to bring forward integrity above all else? Because the energy is flowing in saying, hey, it's time to tap into your higher self. It's time to find your inspiration when it comes to moving towards more meaningful and selfless endeavors. So somebody's in this energy of soul searching to find their inner light when it comes to being true to themselves. So let's read into Be True to Yourself on page 18. That's interesting. So many of us go on the search to figure out who we are. You think about after high school around the age of 18. So I think somebody's been very patient trying to figure out who they really are. And I think maybe it's time to claim back your truth. So many of us, we feel all of this pressure to, please everybody else, to people please everybody else, instead of listening and following our own inner counsel. So I think somebody kind of got tempted by something that wasn't healthy for them, only to seek approval of others that really aren't helping them pursue what it is that really makes them feel good. So I think the energy is bringing forward an opportunity to break free from people pleasing. And when we go into these people pleasing energies, then you know what happens? We self-abandon. We abandon ourselves. And then we misplace all of our values, all of our morals, and then maybe we're not coming from a place of integrity. So if you want to rise, if you want to embrace these higher frequencies, you're going to have to be true to yourself no matter what others think of you. No matter what others think of your calling, because when we're true to ourselves, then we can reclaim back our personal power. So, and we do that by standing in the light of truth and coming from a place of high integrity, no matter how scary it is to honor your truth and to express your true feelings, no matter what the outcome is. Somebody is needing to find their courage to face any opposition. So we can't keep temporarily selling ourselves out, because then we can never remain in the energy of self-respect. So somebody is being asked to be faithful and true to themselves and to not be pressured into playing nice, because when we do that, then we ignore our truth, then we self-sacrifice, then we self-sabotage, and all out of fear. So fear really is an illusion. So I think somebody kind of needs to summon up their strengths, to call back their power, to get back into alignment, to break free from some illusions, and to get back to reality, and to be very non-aggressive in doing this. So it's like sticking to your convictions, imagining a solution to the problems, no matter how unfamiliar or scary it may be, even if this means a great loss or a painful disapproval from another. So face your fears. The fear is really an illusion that's keeping you from living your most authentic life. And when we live our most authentic life, then we can be fully empowered. But we got to stick with our truth. When we stick with our truth, all efforts we bring forward are going to be worth it. So somebody is definitely awakening to their spiritual nature, and they are beginning to explore some new solutions and some newfound energies. So let's see what needs to come through with the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. And this is not specific to feminine energy, but I think somebody's really needing to get grounded. Because whatever's coming up to be addressed when it comes to this truth, somebody's dealing with Sekhmet. And the card does say the wounded healer. So somebody's going into the depths of some core wounding, that Chiron aspect. And when we can heal our inner wounds, then we can become that wounded healer for others. So, but we kind of got to be true to ourselves is another big message. We definitely got to be true to ourselves. Yeah. And we got to stop self-sabotaging. We can't keep self-sabotaging if we want to embrace liberation and freedom from all of these karmic relationship cycles. So let's see what needs to come through with the Goddess Rising Oracle deck. 3 just flipped right out. So something is coming into manifestation. Somebody's going through a leveling up on their journey and reflecting on a lot of truth when it comes to some wounds. And yeah, it's kind of time to speak up, to shine that light, and to release any resistance. And soul forgiveness is without a doubt going to be needed. I want to read into that soul forgiveness, because somebody needs to find their strength to speak up with a lot of truth. And if you want everything to come into manifestation during this period of leveling up, you're going to have to go deep within some wounds, look at all of these negative patterns, any codependent issues, and you're going to have to break free. And to break free does require rigorous forgiveness of the soul. So somebody here, I feel, is definitely reflecting on a whole lot of truth when it comes to maybe self-abandonment. And every time we don't live in that truth, we abandon ourselves. So I kind of feel, oh, and look, and I opened up the book right to the page that I needed to go to. So isn't that pretty lucky? So definitely the energy of the Lovers. So somebody I think is really needing to make a choice between a toxic soul bond and a deep spiritual connection in the energies, and forgiveness is going to be needed. So who do you need to forgive? Who do you need to forgive? Because when we offer forgiveness, then we can let go and we can reclaim ourselves back. So forgiveness is the ultimate gift of freedom. Freedom for you and freedom for another. So, and let me just tell you, you cannot rush forgiveness. Forgiveness is a spiral. And so in order to heal, you kind of have to feel. So I feel somebody's deep within this self-reflection, feeling all of this pain, all of this hurt, all of this grief, rage, and despair. And somebody is working on healing their heart. Forgiveness is a very high vibration frequency. It really is. And when we step into this high frequency of forgiveness, then we can liberate ourselves from all of this pain. But if you want liberation, you have to feel yourself first. Somebody needs to allow themselves to feel all of these pains, because when we live in a world of unforgiveness, then we live in a world of lack. We live in a world of mistrust, and we don't trust others. And then that can lead to a lot of harbored resentment below the surface. And when we see everything through this victim mentality, you can never ever reach a place of reconciling these differences. So forgiveness of self is a big one for sure. And if you want to forgive another, you have to forgive yourself first. So somebody here is deeply wounded, without a doubt, deeply wounded in this rebirth by fire energy. And I feel deep within this battle of self is what's coming through. So somebody's been playing a martyr. At what point did you become the martyr? At what point did you stop putting your needs first? You know, everybody, gets the best of you except for you. That doesn't sound good. So I think it's kind of time to heal these inner wounds, to stop being the martyr, and to release all of this sadness, rage, and fear and brokenness that has been held on to. So somebody needs to release a big burden. And now they're showing me the 10 of Wands. So to release is a conscious choice. So I feel if you want to embrace that warrior spirit, you're going to have to dive deep into this truth that you're being asked to reflect upon, because knowing is power. And we always have the choice to go in a new direction. So deep diving is kind of what I'm feeling. And I'm being shown a lot of swords. We can use our swords as weapons to fight, or we can use these swords to lay down burdens with a lot of truth. So a lot of truth coming forward, manifesting truth when it comes to a spiritual level up is what I'm feeling. So let's jump in with some tarot, guys, and see what other energies need to come through. I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot today. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. So somebody here is single. I feel somebody here is doing very well on their way to building a legacy of abundance. And I feel somebody's grieving the loss of maybe this pre-empress. And somebody is laser focused on somebody. I feel somebody is laser focused watching this pre-empress come into a lot of abundance, a lot of stability. Somebody here is very well financially stable, living the good life, enjoying the finer life, likely very single. And I think somebody's laser focused on wanting to come in for a commitment, but they're stuck in some grief, some resentment, some anger, quite possibly even some rage when it comes to some past regrets, going deep within some remorse over a loss, all trapped up in their head, wishing that they could maybe go back and fix something, close out a major cycle. So Taurus energy coming through strong again in the reading today. But let's see. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. There's that wounded healer. I feel somebody's looking from a distance. Somebody's been through the war zone, finding their inner warrior, their inner strength in a foundation all mixed up with a snake, probably playing into all kinds of power struggles, playing into like a lot of ego battles. And I think it's kind of time to admit defeat. Definitely it's caused you a lot of mental anguish, and there's that need to speak up. You got to speak up. You can't keep holding that truth inside you, or it's going to come out like wildfire. So there is a need to rebalance the situation. Somebody here, I feel, is deeply wounded, watching somebody kind of move on and live a good life without them. So 9s are the rounding of a completion of a cycle for sure. But let's see what needs to come through with the Cosmic Tarot today. Speak up. Speak up and be heard. 4 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. What are you juggling for? Because I think this is your wish fulfillment. And then we get the Empress. Oh my God, the Tower. The Prince of Swords. I think get ready for an unexpected arrival. An unexpected arrival. Somebody's definitely at the crossroads. And they're needing to go into the depths of any pain when it maybe comes to a missed opportunity that very well could have led to a deep spiritual union. We get the 4 of Wands. So this 4 of Wands, we got a single woman. And she's ready to kind of spread her wings and fly. I'm hearing come out of the chrysalis. So somebody's coming out of the chrysalis, the cocoon. And I kind of feel a spiral. Ancient Egypt codes are coming in for sure. There's a lot of spiritual communication. And there's a feminine here that has healed. Coming into union of self. And I feel somebody's been juggling whether or not to maybe come in with an offer. Because I do think this Empress is somebody's wish fulfillment. But somebody got tangled up with a snake of some sort. And I feel like a realignment. There's a lot of deep emotions here when it comes to this Empress. And this Empress, I feel, is glowing. She's recently faced a lot of challenges. And I feel she's also closed out some major cycles with the world there. And the ruby, a ruby. So what is ruby? January? Could be dealing with somebody born in January. Doesn't have to be. But I kind of feel there's a beautiful feminine energy here, kind of just looking forward. And I don't think she's going to see this love offer coming in. Because the Tower is dead central energy. And so that's kind of like a timing card. This is imminent. Fast forward communication. You could be receiving communication from an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. But I feel something is crumbling down to the ground in order for somebody to come forward with a whole lot of truth. Aquarian energy is humanitarian, and I noticed somebody here, I think, has recently gained some knowledge. He's got a book on the card, so, and his sword is up, so he's coming in to communicate something, and I think there's been blocks. I think somebody's really not wanted to talk about this past pain. There was likely some betrayal here with the 3 of Swords. And I feel somebody's, you know, not got the blinders on anymore. The 2 of Swords are kind of at the side there. And she's kind of looking down with, you know, a lot of shame, a lot of regret. Now that the truth has been revealed, and I think this does hurt. With the 2 and the 3, we do get the 5. So, you know, somebody, I think, did self-sabotage. And they self-abandoned themselves. And that is without a doubt getting illuminated. Leo energy. This Tower's coming in imminent. I can't even talk. Mercury retrograde. I kind of feel maybe in the past this was a connection that kind of went up in flames. As quickly as it come in, it kind of went out because there needed to be something realigned. Because I think there was some karmic interference. And I feel somebody's reevaluating. They've been like two-stepping, trying to figure out which direction to go in. And they're coming in very fast because I do feel the blocks have been removed. And somebody's deep within learning to forgive themselves before rushing in with a whole lot of passionate communication. Somebody is without a doubt going through a major ego death, shedding all of these negative vices, the self-abandonment energy, Scorpio energy, putting the past to bed before coming in with a lot of communication because somebody wants to start over. Somebody sees a very creative opportunity when it comes to this Empress. And the Empress is a creator. She knows her worth. She knows her value. The Empress can grow anything. She truly is abundant. Taurus, Libra. And I feel maybe in the past somebody come in, you know, was a smooth talker, was a smooth operator, and they come in with a cup of love. And I feel maybe they played into a lot of shadow aspects. This Prince of Cups does not look very kind. And we got the Scorpio energy on it. And I think somebody got stung, maybe by a Scorpio. I'm not sure. But they definitely got tempted by something. And I do think this hurt very badly. And now somebody, I feel, is really struggling all up in their heads about maybe with withholding, coming forward saying, hey, I want to work on this. You know, my heart's always belonged to you. And something is definitely coming full circle when it comes to some hidden emotions, because somebody is going within, beginning to explore the depths of their shadow self in order to shed the old to bring in the new. So huge, profound life transformation. Something is definitely dying away in order for something new to come in. Something very beautiful. So let's look into this Empress, the Four of Wands, and this Empress energy. We get the Fool reversed, the Five of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Wands, and the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody did something very, very foolish. Somebody abandoned this Empress in her darkest hour, and now they want to come out from the cold. Definitely some ghosting, some abandonment going on here. And somebody's feeling foolish. Somebody's feeling like the fool. They definitely jumped in the wrong direction, and it didn't work out for them. And now I feel they're kind of at the crossroads, trying to find their strength and their stamina to come forward, saying, hey, can I have a new clean slate with you? Maybe there was some secrets revealed from some children of some sort, maybe about a third-party interference. There was lies, there was secrets, there was power struggles that really came between a spiritual union is kind of what I'm feeling. So we do have Aries energy. And maybe this has been 5 years in the making for somebody to kind of do this self-evaluation. But let's look into this Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords, because this is the person rushing in with some communication. Prince of Pentacles, Five of Cups. So they're coming in like a prince. They're not fully mature yet, but they're on the rise. Somebody's coming in, and it will be stable. They're coming in fast, but they're coming in with something solid to offer. The Knight of Pentacles is willing to do the work. Somebody wants to come forward and seek that forgiveness. All the cups have been spilled. The third party interference is over. That party's over. This potential spiritual union, the cups have spilled. It's over. Something had to completely die away in order for somebody to really do this deep dive, to imagine some solutions. And somebody's rising to the occasion. There's a passion that has been sparked here. And somebody's coming in very quickly when it comes to a lot of regret, a lot of remorse, guilt, and shame over a missed opportunity. And they've been struggling. They've been struggling financially. They've been struggling emotionally. And they definitely were playing into the martyr. There was a martyrdom energy here. And I think since that Scorpio eclipse, that full moon eclipse, there's been this reignition of this passion for a new beginning, but it's going to require action. It's going to require action. So the Ace of Wands is the spark, the idea, this aha moment, which I feel has washed over somebody around that eclipse season. So could be dealing with the Pisces, but I feel it does require action. And we got 3 of the princes out. The only one we don't have is the Prince of Wands. So I think in the past somebody come in very passionately, but they didn't have much to offer, and they didn't come forward with a whole lot of truth. And they've been breaking down all of these false beliefs in the background when it comes to a new beginning, because yeah, they're reflecting on their truth. They're reflecting on everything that's gone wrong in their life, and look at all of that expansion. They're gaining a lot of enlightenment, a lot of expansion when it comes to things moving forward. So let's look at these blocks with the Two of Swords, because there was definitely a block when it comes to walking away. We got the Chariot reverse, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, somebody was blocking their own. They were blocking their heart. They were fighting between their head and their heart, and I think that was reflected in their outer world when it comes to all kinds of challenging circumstances that really has put everything to a dead stop in order for this self-reflection to take place, because there's big love with the Empress. She will love you unconditionally. She will nurture you, and all she'll ask is for you to be her equal. So maybe somebody's been fighting when it comes to walking away from this Empress. I feel maybe there's been, you know, some over drinking, some addictions here. I noticed 2 cups spilt, 5 cups up now. So I think somebody played into, you know, pretending everything was okay. They were masking the grief on their heart. They were drinking. They were having a good time with all kinds of people that really were not meant for them. And now they're beginning to explore the depths of the pain on their heart, because wherever they've been at, something's come to a dead stop. And this could even be like an emotional outburst with the Chariot reversed, or an accident of some sort. Major wake-up call, a wake-up call. And I feel this cup is running over with all of this love. And so I kind of feel it's like this dead stop in order to open up the heart when it comes to what was walked away from, because there's a lot of love here. 2 people that do see eye to eye. A lot of passion, a lot of love. And I feel it's kind of time to take those first steps towards healing a broken connection. So let's look at this Sun. I love that that's the overall outcome, because happier times are around the corner, guys. But you kind of got to choose to heal the past. And yeah, there's that Prince of Wands now. All of the Knights came out. So I think somebody in the past had a lot of options. And they're definitely seeing, hey, there's no healing in this situation until I come forward with that truth. And so somebody's sitting in a whole lot of truth. I think they're feeling hopeless when it comes to a reconciliation. And I do think somebody's quickly rushing in after leaving behind a very toxic situation, shedding the old to bring in the new, because they've been haunted by the past. They're not sleeping. They're having nightmares. And I think they've not been telling anybody how badly they want to work on this connection. And they're hurting. So let's take a little bit deeper look at this Tower, guys. And then we'll get a few other messages. Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's coming in. They want to do the work. They're making that unexpected choice in love. Gemini energy. And the 3 of Pentacles is because, hey, we're going to work really well together. So there might even be another feminine in the mix that was in a foundation purely for the financial stability. And maybe she's in for a wake-up call, because the money ain't there, honey. And somebody is choosing to go towards a deep spiritual connection. And this is going to happen very quickly. So get ready to receive a message that somebody's closed out a major cycle. A cycle of loss. A cycle of, you know, conflicting energies, combative energies, struggles, power struggles. And I feel somebody's on the defense when it comes to some past manipulative behavior. And somebody's been fighting with a third-party energy. And they're definitely hitting that rock bottom is what I'm feeling. Trying to find their strength and their determination to come forward for a reconciliation of some sort. But it's going to require a lot of communication. Yeah, somebody's coming in for this Empress. Because when you get to the 9, all you need is that, you know, that perfect partner to come in to build that solid foundation. And somebody here is deeply, deeply wounded. And I think they wish they never walked away from this Empress. And maybe they went towards somebody that they thought, you know, had some money, was going to be stable, was going to be grounded. And I think they went towards materialism and greed. And that foundation is being blown up to smithereens. And somebody's getting ready to send that message. So could be dealing with a Cancer, an Aquarius, a Leo, a Scorpio. We do have fire. We have all of the Knights. We have the Empress with Taurus and Libra. And the Fool in reversed is Aries. So I feel somebody's going through a higher heart activation, seeing clearly now what it is that they walked away from, that was their wish fulfillment. And somebody here is going into the depths of soul forgiveness, because I feel it's kind of time to speak up. Because some light has been shone on this situation, and somebody's been very resistant to these changes. And I think somebody's going to surrender, is what I'm feeling. Surrendering to some truth when it comes to a union and a snake coming between 2 people that were destined to be together. So let's see what other messages need to come through from Spirit. What last messages does Spirit have for the collective when it comes to this message? Stay in positive vibration, Empress. If you are this Empress, stay in positive vibration because it will bring more of that into your life. And honesty. Yeah, I think get ready to hear a very harsh truth. Somebody was definitely lying to themselves, lying to everybody they've been connected with, and there's going to be a whole lot of truth coming out, and I think that's why somebody feels it's hopeless, because I think this is a really awful truth that needs to be spoken. And somebody's looking at this Empress as a treasure to their heart, and they're really hoping it's not too late to come in with a gift or an offer, with that emotional vulnerability. So I feel somebody here is choosing to take back their power. And I think somebody is beginning to explore, knowing that they haven't had all of the information needed, and they've been patient, they've been the observer. And forgiveness is going to be needed when it comes to liberation. I think somebody deeply mistreated this Empress, betrayed her, moved on from her, rather than bringing forward the truth. And now something has come full circle for sure, because somebody is being tested with all kinds of challenging circumstances when it comes to their spiritual will. And somebody here is being asked to step into these higher frequencies, this higher vibration. And if you're wondering if this is going to happen, if this Empress will take you back, I think the answer is yes, but it's going to take the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So, and you're going to have to break free from all of these unhealthy people, any unhealthy spaces, in order to purify your energy. Because, yeah, I think somebody's kept some very poor company. They're not doing well with their health. And, you know, when we lie to ourselves and we lie to everybody around us, stress is a killer. Stress is the #1 killer. So a reevaluation, definitely a lot of difficulties when it comes to not honoring a higher connection. And I feel somebody's learning to use the word no when it comes to reflecting on their truth and breaking free from anything toxic. When it comes to this death, this rebirth, this transformation, get ready to receive an apology. And get ready to sit down and hear a lot of harsh truths. And it might not be what you want to hear, but it's going to be what you need to hear in order for you to be able to speak up and to step into the next leg of your journey. Because we're moving beyond these karmic cycles and we are manifesting these divine unions. So there is going to be a chance for a redo, a do-over, but you're going to have to try a different approach. You're going to have to try to do something a little bit differently, because this Empress will see right through your lies, and if you don't match her energy, she's just not going to let you waste her time, is another big message. So get ready for a redo, because we're calling in these divine partners, and we're manifesting reciprocal loving connections. And in order to do that, we have to find that strength to come forward, and we got to go deep within this core wound, and we got to feel the pain of the separation in order to kind of put ourselves back together whole. So I do feel somebody's packing up and moving homes, relocating, leaving a very dark, desolate, hopeless situation behind, because some truth has recently been revealed, Leo energy. And whoever stung you with that scorpionic tail, I think they're coming in and they're seeking forgiveness. So that's kind of what I got for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.